receiver in the country. Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, the legendary home of the Fighting Irish. As we'll see the #3 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For UA Sports College Football, I'm Cristobal here with Curt. Let's get this thing underway. And the Hoosiers will kick this deep to get us going. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So Notre Dame's offense comes onto the field for the first time today. The ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And tests the middle and gets stuck. That is just not open for business today. Of course, Notre Dame and Indiana, two teams from the same state that don't play often, but the last meeting, that historic opening round playoff game in prime time in South Bend was electric. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Finally, they make the tackle, but this defense reeling after a huge explosive play. That massive gain has set him up at the 41-yard line, enemy territory. He decides to keep it here. Shoots to get free.
That's what he likes to do. He knows he's a weapon out there, not just with his arm, but when he can pull it down on an option like this and pick up a big chunk of yards, it can leave any defense with their head spinning.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on 1st down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this 2nd down.
To throw, it's Carr. The pocket breaking down, but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. 3rd and short now for the offense for the +25. Already in field goal range, but can they convert, keep the drive going? Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Fields. They make the stop, but it'll be 1st down from the 13. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Off the play fake on 1st down. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with a 1st sack of the game.
So this offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. The 8th play of this opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Oh, and he dropped it. You don't see that often from this guy. Brings up 4th down.
Well, they've had a great rhythm throughout this drive, over 70 yards on the drive, but now an incompletion, and it brings up a big 4th down to see if they can keep this going.
And that one's straight down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Goes out of bounds at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. The Hoosiers offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Got a quarterback here who was really dialed in the last game. Incredibly efficient performance. Let's see if Curt, if he can duplicate that again today.
Yeah, he just seemed to be in that zone. You know, like you said, every decision was very solid. Put the ball right where the receivers can make a play. I think that's the important thing today. Going up against a defense that has great athletic ability. Just continue to make those good decisions. Be accurate with the ball. And he's got another chance to have another great day.
Pass not complete, but there was a lot of contact there, and here comes a late flag. Defense will have to bounce back after that PI sets the offense up with a fresh set of downs. Offense on the move now as that penalty gives them a fresh set of downs. Back to pass. It's Mendoza. Grab behind the line. It's Hemby. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Caught behind the line. It's Becker. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. It's an out route. The catch made. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down.
Sometimes you find that open receiver who's short of the sticks, and you hope the run after the catch will be able to give you the first down. The defense does a good job of keeping him short of the sticks. Let's see what they do here.
So, Curt, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They flipped into the field. We're ready now for the second period. Decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. 4th down, look at the throw for it. Complete to the running back, but can he get there? Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. The Hoosiers will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Boy, the defense had everybody accounted for except the running back. You could really feel the quarterback having to work through his progressions. He came off his primary, finally finds the running back, and they pick up the first down.
This one's a compelling matchup. Early season, 2 top 10 teams. Curt, we know that at this point, the rankings can be a little bit suspect, but a chance for both teams to step up and show they belong.
I just love these kind of matchups when you get a top 10 matchup early in the year. Really find out if these rankings are worthy of where these teams are considered at this point in the year. Find out if these teams have what it takes to be one of the top teams in college football when this game is over. Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
And the Hoosiers have 1st and 10 here. Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. He's got a man down the middle. Tackle made after a big gain. Ball moves to the 21.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
He's a 1st and 10 play. Ball handed off. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. And the same runners got it again.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
Here's the handoff on first and goal. And the freshman brings him down quickly. Second and goal for the offense. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Pass caught. Can he get in? So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. No hesitation from the head coach. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Looking to throw. It's Mendoza. Bringing pressure. He's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense. Final seconds in the first half, they will just take a knee and head to the locker room. Looks like the offense content to run the clock out here and go to halftime. Talk about the second half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the Indiana offense back out on the field. The ground game ineffective in the first half. Let's see if they stay patient or look to open up with a pass game. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop. The offense pinned back. And the tackle is made, but let's check out what this flag is about. Oh, it would have been a big momentum shift with that play, but the penalty negates it. Obvious false start there, moving too early.
False start on offense.
They'll mark off the penalty yardage. It's half the distance to the goal. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. With the catch, it's Black. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. The Hoosiers looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Oh, and he dropped it. You do not see that very often from this guy. He's going to bring up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Makes a quick grab. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up fourth down. And the Hoosiers will look to convert here on fourth down. Needs a completion here on fourth down. The pass rush closing in. Wide open downfield.
Bit of a risky decision here to go for it on your own side of the 50, but guess what? They make it work. Keep the sticks moving.
Looking to throw it again. Lets it fly out of the wideout. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Now, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
2nd and 10 now from the 31 after the incompletion. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Misses the receiver, incomplete. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Mendoza. Makes the grab, it's Black. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the 1st down.
Flips it with the running back, but he's got work to do.
On a tight game like this, you're on the road, why not take a chance? Go for it, you hit it, and you quiet the crowd in the process.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
This will be the 9th play on the drive. On the ground, it's Beebe. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Brought down after a short gain. Now it's 4 fingers in the air. Get ready for the 4th coming up. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead, sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Scanning the field. It's Mendoza. Pulls it in. It's Black. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the 4th quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
Grab down the middle. It's Black. Clutch conversion on third there. Sets them up first down from the 31. The Hoosiers hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Look at this, Chris. After that big gain and a first down, they're already at the line of scrimmage, ready to get this up-tempo offense cranking.
They bring him down right at the 20. This offense set up now in the red zone. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Here's a target, and it's complete. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. They look to throw it here on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Cooper. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. They're going to throw for it on third and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Cooper. They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense first and goal from the 10. It's first and goal. Can they punch it in and take the lead? To throw, it's Mendoza. Caught near the goal line. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line. The offense still looking for their first touchdown this game. Line up on third and goal now. Out of the gun now on third down. Touchdown, Indiana. They have taken the lead with time running down.
Here we go. They take the lead. What an amazing comeback by this team and this offense. Now it comes down to can their defense hold the lead with under a minute to go.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT up and good. So the lead is 4 here in the final quarter. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it off here and hope the defense can hold on. He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Oh, it's incomplete. It was right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Hey, really good call here by the defensive coordinator working with the lead in the fourth quarter. Get 6 defensive backs with that dime look, cover as much ground as you can, and have as much speed as you can. I think the quarterback may have been confused there and just threw the ball away.
And they stopped the clock with a timeout, 9 seconds remaining. Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Defense is coming after him. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. Looking to pass here on second down. Looking for a late, deep throw. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. Oh, when you're a team that comes in, Curt, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated them.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Sports College Football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. This rivalry is one of the most storied, at least in the modern generation of college football, but last year sort of left a bad taste in everyone's mouth in Tallahassee as it just never was competitive.
It was a dominant win by the Canes. I mean, they had 445 yards. Florida State had 248. Like, this was a beatdown. You could clearly see the balance with Miami's offense. Running the football for over 200, throwing for over 200. They did what they wanted at will.
I think that's the thing. You know, everybody went into that one expected to see Cam Ward just light it up. Very pedestrian day for the Hurricanes. Throwing it, you're right, David. It was the Oregon State transfer, Damian Martinez, that went to work on the ground. They were more physical. It's exactly what Mario Cristobal wants this football team to be. Can Florida State match that physicality today in the trenches?
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to throw, it's Beck. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the move, it's Fletcher. Steamrolls his way ahead. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here. When you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
The Canes are moving quickly down the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal blocking.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Hurricanes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Dropping back, it's Beck. Quickly complete. At midfield, he's got room. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got a very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
Thanks to grab. Got a little space. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
It's complete on the right side. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Canes!
You talk about ball control offense. This offense just held the ball for the whole first quarter and then some. Strung a drive together, making the great plays when they needed them. That's a great opening statement from this offense.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Florida State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse. It's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
And the Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Keeps looking downfield. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And what a drive that was the last time they had it, basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Turning it on! Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Might as well give it to him again. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Hurricanes want to crank the tempo. They'll give it to the back. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it third and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Good timing on the quick out. Touchdown, Miami! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? And as we wind down here in the first half, the offense will just take a knee and try to muster its forces for the second half attack as they trail going to the break. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Noles and Canes. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Miami and Florida State plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Canes will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have...
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got him downfield. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The Noles decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to pass, it's Beck. using the quick game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. It's complete. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Makes the grab. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man quickly. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw it. Quick completion on the out. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. It's complete to the right. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Quick completion on the out route. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes! They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Knolls.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game, and it just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all of that athleticism.
Speed and swag. They got it going now. They got the confidence going, and when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. He'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've taken 3 haymakers right across the jaw, down 21-0. But David, now the chance to answer.
And this defense has been suffocating. And this is so hard. When you don't have the answers early, man, and the defense hits you in the mouth, you got to find some plays quickly here to try to make this a football game.
This is an offense that has a lot of pride. They're not used to being in this position. I think it's going to take one effort, one individual great play to finally wake this team up and get them back some momentum.
Looking to throw on 1st down. finds the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second.
Makes the grab inside the 30. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. First down here for the offense. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Going to try to get it himself. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a first down with a penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Eastern Michigan is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by 11 to Central Michigan. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To throw, it's Beck. The quick out. Past the 30. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today, all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Canes! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Castellanos. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense trying to take it back. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And he just couldn't get started. Goes down behind the line of scrimmage, and they'll lose yardage on the completion. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Quarterback making adjustments. Gonna swing it on second down. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. To the air, it's Beck. Working that left side now. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback extends the play. He'll go down in a bit of an unusual way to bring this game to a close. A rivalry defined by wide rights, wide lefts, mascot arrest went right down the middle, and a well-earned victory for the Miami Hurricanes. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. offensive play. They know you know that. And there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked, as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Gators will boot it away to start the game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Buffaloes offense will take the field first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for the defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Lewis to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Salter. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Steps away to find some room. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls in the field.
Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Hayden. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
And the Buffaloes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. The Buffaloes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Lewis wants to pass. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. And you got to communicate.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the snap, it's Salter. Into the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bucks!
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football, and they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. All wideouts, no backs. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Ball. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Gators will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks. Made a couple of moves and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And the Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Lewis to throw. Right on the money. There he goes. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly. Wants to throw on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. That's caught. It's Gibson. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Moving away from pressure. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Avoids pressure. He'll pull it down and run. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Use the play fake, down a throw. Grabs it inside the 15. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Price. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Lewis wants to pass. Got a man. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Brown. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. The Buffaloes will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Takes a hit as he fires. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Looking to throw on first down. Turns it loose. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And
going for the big play. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Unleashes one deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far today in Boulder, and welcome in to the halftime update. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's send it back to the guys more than a mile above sea level at Folsom Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Buffaloes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Out to the 35-yard line, and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets away from 1. Grab behind the line, it's Livingston. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And, Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Touchdown, Gators! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Lewis to throw. He's got him. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Buffaloes headed quickly to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Gibson. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. No huddle here for the offense.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
The Buffaloes can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads it left. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to him, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to back.
Breaks into the open. Pass for 20. Touchdown, Colorado. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Florida State is just getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Tallahassee. There are children there, folks. They should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 14 to Miami. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Running back searching for a hole. Plows through the defense. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Lagway. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Salter. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. They'd love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on 3rd down. It's 56 yards out from here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
The give to the tailback. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Salter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Salter. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Man, so nice to have a QB. When you need him in the moments, can get those big third down conversions with his legs. He does it here. He showed you the wheels some today, but a nice job late in this football game when you really need it.
On the direct snap, it's Salter. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Nerves of steel right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
What happens when you have to I left some more this summer. I said, down, sad, hey. Now I gotta say, ready, ready to go, go. Down,
Welcome to
sad,
the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gamecocks will put total leather and will get started. He'll bring it back looking for help. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Colorado's offense will go on the attack first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Gets the back moving. On the snap, it's Salter. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Lewis wants to pass. A strike downfield. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Williams. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. And the Buffaloes have their offense in high gear. Wants to pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Let's go! On the direct snap, it's Salter. Running to Green. Turning it on! An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
With the catch, it's Welch. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Nice nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks forward.
They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. 8th play of the drive coming up. Sends it back in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hayden. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on 3rd.
They've been very good at moving the chains on 3rd down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. Lewis to throw. Hauls it in. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Here's a heat. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious. And the Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw again. Throwing right. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Hauls it in the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback sneaks ahead. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Well, we've seen this a couple times on this drive now, but having a lot of success with the quarterback sneak, and there's something going on up front right now, whether it's just the offensive line getting a better...
Scores on the sneak.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that was a methodical 17-play drive for the touchdown. And they finished the deal with the quarterback sneak. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So South Carolina's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that, And you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Going over the top. He's got it inside the 25. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, how about that?
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield very late in the half. Gonna let it fly. He's got an open man. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Lewis wants to pass. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas at Folsom Field.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Buffaloes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Here's the pressure. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense is really...
Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble. The offense jumped them.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That's reeled in. It's Jacobs. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Wants to return it. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. On the direct snap, it's Salter. Breaks the tackle. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Lewis to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Gibson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get it in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger gain.
And the Buffaloes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Gibson.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Direct snap. It's Salter. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
On the direct snap, it's Salter. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Snap to the back. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've converted third downs all day long, and now a chance to get a touchdown on third. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
To the air, it's Sellers. Pocket breaking down. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Hunt. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Harbor. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. So now it's second and long. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Fires to the big fella. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Oh, they're after him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And that's exactly what this defense was looking to do, man. Heat him up, speed him up, get him off of his spot. They flush him outside of the pocket, do a nice job putting pressure, not letting him feel comfortable, get him outside the pocket, and forcing the incompletion.
Touchdown, South Carolina! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
He will be stopped short of the goal line. The big gamble to take the lead with the 2-point conversion attempt does not pay off. 16 seconds left, and to pull off the comeback, they'll have to get the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Finding open areas. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Salter. Slithers into space. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Dropping back, it's Salter. Looking for the score. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this is...